Okay, this is step 2 of the video, picking up where we last let off. Um, Step 2 is going to be creating a floor. Um, and we are going to be drawing the floor. And something I wanted to show you guys before we did that was, okay, so we drew these walls. We're in plan view meaning like bird's eye view, right? But how can we view this in 3D? Okay. Um, Something you can either scroll to it over here. This gets a little confusing. You can see here this window here says 3D views. You can either click on this 3D right here. Something I always use is this little home guy, default 3D view. And what it'll do is it'll open up your 3D view. So now it's a new tab. You're gonna like start to accumulate a lot of tabs up here, but it's important to remember that this is all one project and that these tabs are all just different views of that project. For example, if I select this wall and want to like modify it, I can open my 3D view and it's still selected. So it puts in perspective kind of what the heck is going on. You can modify things in 3D view. For example, if we wanted to drag that, make it shorter, um, that would work because it's all the same project. Um, and there's going to be some times where there's things easier to do in 3D view than plan view and opposite. For example, in 3D view now we're starting to enter a three-dimensional world where there's a whole other variable. So sometimes you put things in here and then they're like floating off the ground or you can't see them in here because you didn't put them on this like plan on this level, but we will talk about that as we go. I'm going to keep it simple for now. So how the heck to make a floor, right? So as you can see over here, where there's walls, there's doors, windows, all this stuff, and I'm going to show you how to use those. There is also this floor component. So when you click on that, we're going to stick with architectural. We're going to stay with architectural for everything. And we click on this. Notice it looks a lot like the wall kind of draw tab looked like, but a little bit different. So there you can select boundary lines to create your floors. You can also draw your floors out by lines, by rectangles, by polygons if you want circles. Um, but what I want you guys to do is think about in your apartment complex, some of you guys in your floor plans established different floor types. So if that's the case, I actually find this rectangle tool very handy. Say, for example, this little part of my floor plan is a bathroom, okay? So I can create a floor there, okay? That's going to be just a generic floor. Notice there's different types of floors over here, so maybe that's a ceramic tile because it's a bathroom, okay? And then I hit green check, and now we have that floor structure. It's kind of hard to see from that view, so you can use this view cube in your 3D view to see, oh, there's my floor for that room, but I gotta make a floor for everything else, okay? So if we go back to L1, all right, now notice here, I can't select the floor. It's hard to. That's where it's gonna come in handy to be in your 3D view. Select that floor. For example, if we made that the wrong, dimensions, we can click here to edit boundary. And this pink line is the footprint of that floor. So maybe I meant to bring it all the way over here. I don't know. This is just for mine, which is severely not going to be complete. But y'all already have a plan. You're just practicing putting it into Revit. So say, oh, I actually meant to make that floor. The tile needed to go all the way out to here, and hit your check mark. Okay, and then notice on your 3D view it goes all the way out to there. Okay. You can start with making a floor, just a floor for this whole thing. You're gonna want to create different floors for different materials, and we'll talk about that the more we get into this. Say for example, I wanted the rest of this to be like a wooden floor, and so I'm gonna draw that footprint, and instead of tile, I'll do like a wood finish. There's like carpet and stuff there. You can also make whatever floor you want to do possible. That's what's really cool about this software, but I'll talk about that in another video. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna hit the green check mark, and now I've got 2 floors. Okay, you can see the different structures here. You can see this one even put in some lines. So there's this cube down here, which will also become very handy for you guys. If you click, this is your view cube. So for example, if I click realistic, it will kind of slow your computer down a little bit. I don't recommend operating in realistic mode. Um, but you can see, whoa, that actually, look, that's that bathroom tile. And then there's that wood floor. Okay, so now you can kind of see why it would be helpful to create different floor types. You really don't have the same floor running through your like whole house or whole apartment, and so I encourage you guys to at least make a couple different floor types that are like, relevant to your um, apartment. Okay, and so you just have to draw each floor footprint out individually and, select that floor type that you want. So again, that's floor. And then you can kind of look through these concrete flooring. You can just stick with these. For example, let's see what carpet looks like. So I'm just gonna make a random floor out here, and I'm gonna make it carpet. I'm gonna hit check mark, and then let's see what it looks like over here. Beige. Beige carpet. Again, you can change that. I'll show you how to in a different video. But that's how you make floor styles.